What is up, YouTube? It's DubPace here again, and this is an interesting video. I had a request yesterday from a stream viewer to provide commentary about every thought that I'm thinking through a full game. So this is the end result. I think it might be useful for some of you, so strap in and enjoy the ride. Okay, so for this drop, since there isn't a really good, big named area, like retail here, I'm not a big fan of dropping this way because, I don't know, it's hard to get a good low ground to come in. So I'll probably either go tilted in this circumstance or pleasant. Since I'm trying to get a long game in, tilted reduces my percent chance to win, so we'll go pleasant. I'm gonna drop right when we're in line with Doghouse. And once again, I'm aiming for that low ground. And it seems like the lowest ground just visually is right in front of the mountain to the east, right where I put my marker. So I want to aim for that point and then just get a nice glide in. You can keep your head about like 1.5 inches from the building and level out over time, and this should be a really good glide. So this is a little bit low. Okay, in this circumstance, since there's no one else here that I see yet, I am going to get this chest. If this was a contested area, I would ignore the chest, let someone else grab it, and then come in here in hopes that we would find a shotgun. Jesus. We need to get a shotgun. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. We're okay. Fuck, we're not okay. Nice. Got him. Like I said, don't panic. It's tempting to panic there. It's tempting to give up mentally. Don't do it. We just needed to play a little bit of mind games. Make sure that we can force our opponent to make mistakes instead of us making the mistakes. You know what I mean? I heard other shots here. Not totally sure where it's from, so we'll probably try to get the high ground after this, after finishing looting here. Make sure we're getting wood. Remember that circumstance where we would have died before if we hadn't had enough wood? I shot right at the doorway because it's clear that that's probably an area where he's going to be going in. You know what I mean? Get ready for him to push out. Get your building ready. You see him just sitting there. Let's bait him out. See? Now he's coming out. Yep. You know he's going to react in such a way as soon as you start hitting it. Because in his head, he starts to panic. He feels a timeline, right? He's like, I'm not sure what's happening. I know that he's knocking through this wall. If he knocks through this wall, he's going to kill me. So he's going to push out. He pushes out, and we've already built defenses. He has to go around it. That gives us time for us to get our kill in. Not sure if that's the last person here. I'm scanning the horizon to see if I see anything else. And in the meantime, we'll make sure we're getting ood. Because oud is good. Don't forget. I know it can seem laborious. Vocabulary word. You can dictionary.com it. But it's a really important task to get as much wood as you feel comfortable. Around 300 for the early game is good because imagine if you encounter another good player like me and you need it, right? So, not bad. Let's push out. I'm going to assume that this is looted just because doors are open inside. There's a hole in the side. There's a guy in there. I'm going to switch to using bricks so we don't waste wood. Wood is the most valuable resource in building fights because it builds the fastest, which means it has the overall HP the fastest possible. We do have a jump pad. It's good to know. We're not in zone, so I'm just going to try to loot as many chests as I can rather than looting all of the floor loot in the houses. And you can do that by just mostly going from the top of each house to the top of each house. And the other nice thing about doing that means that when you're going from the tops of roofs, it automatically gives you the high ground as you're rolling out. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't want to loot too much of the floor loot since we're going to be pushed by zone in just a second. So we'll just check for all the spawns. There's one on just the second level of treehouse. There's 3 possible spawns. These logs that are actually stuck in treehouse give you a nice amount per hit. You saw one of those was 10. So I always like to farm these. Don't forget, wood is good. Wood is good. Wood is good. Nice. We'll switch out. It's tempting to switch out the hunting rifle here, but the hunting rifle might actually be useful. A chest can spawn in the bottom of treehouse. Got to make sure to grab that. And let's roll out. We're getting pushed by zone. It's about time. Check the middle of soccer field, no chest. Check the middle of picnic benches, no chest. We'll check modern for a chest. And we don't have time to check all of triple stack, so we're possibly losing up to 2 chests there. We could, and then use jump pad. Let's do that. So I'm going to check the 2 spots. The first spot is this second level of the triple stack where a chest can spawn. The second spot is below. Nothing there. And let's roll out. That's that. And that's how you land Pleasant Park and win. Going to the high... Oh, I was going to the high ground before I messed up my building there because I want to jump pad out if I need be. And I do think we need to jump pad out. We will build with metal. It seems unlikely that unless if someone else was planning to jump pad, it seems very unlikely that there would be somebody behind me. So while it is typically unsafe to be building with metal in a circumstance like this, I'm going to do it even though it's a greedy choice because I want to save as much wood as I can. We're not going to go too high because, like I said, this is risky. We'll just go to about here. Take out the shotgun before we jump, and let's hit it. The shotgun is good. Okay, let's try to find a safe spot for us to kill this guy. I'm actually gonna pull my glider into him. No joke. Don't miss your shot. If you're gonna do that, don't miss your shot. That's my only serious advice on that matter. He was shooting at someone too. I'm not sure who, but it's possible they're gonna be pushed out by zone here. I see. Got him. Needed to keep that guy in mind. All right. At this point, we check where the next zone is. It's pretty far, so I want to move early on towards the zone. If we encounter any fights along the way, then we can take them. All right, I hear shots. 1530. Let's push that. Yeah, let's definitely push this, and then we'll move. We still have 2 minutes before zone starts to push. It will be a little bit slower, but again, we are in a tricky pickle here. Take out the shotgun. Let's sneak up. Be prepared to build. Be prepared to build. We don't know what we're going to see. Got one. Got 2. Got 3. Took a lot of shots, but we came through eventually. I do want to pop the chug jug. Build first, just to make sure that we're not going to die to someone that he was sniping at. And then let's get moving right away. Once again, the thing that's really in my mind right now is zone, 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 zone. If I'm not telling myself zone, 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 zone over and over, then it's possible I might forget. So I need to be careful. Make sure everything's reloaded while we're walking out. If we don't do it now, we might forget later, and it could be catastrophic. Gotta be careful about that. Hit. That guy is not in zone, and I don't really feel like pushing that far out to mess with him. So if we get a kill as we're rolling out, that's fine, but otherwise he's probably just going to die to zone. Sometimes you need to make a choice to not be too greedy for kills, and since we don't have another jump pad, I think this is one of the circumstances where I feel comfortable just walking away from that fight. We got a hit, he's scared, he's not sure where to go, he's not sure what to do, where did it come from, you know, we'll see. Build up the side of the mountain here, get a little bit of high ground. I want a jump turn just to make sure we're not getting pushed by the guy that I originally hit. And we need to know that when I fired that sniper shot, other people might have heard it, and I'm drawing attention to myself by doing so. So take a look around, see what's going on. I do see a guy top southeast, and another guy shot from right there. Oh, he didn't pull all the way in. So we got White Astronaut, that's southwest. We got another guy southeast far, and then another guy 330 behind me as well. So we're kind of in the triangle, in the middle of a triangle right now. We'll go to Wailing Woods and reset, is my initial plan. The astronaut seemed like he sort of liked me. We'll see if he pushes me. I need a jump turn to make sure I'm aware of my surroundings. If we're just running forward and not jumping, it's very likely we could just get sniped right here. Need to be a little bit more careful than that. I also see old building in this northeast house area, so I need to be on high alert for somebody in front of me as well to the east. So I think there's 2 people to my south now, 1 person to my northwest behind, and 1 possibly to the east or within Wailing Woods. Just keep that in mind. Make a mental map of where you're going with things, right? You don't have a mental map. All right, we're sort of on the hunt on the edge here. A lot of people play when they're playing. Here we go. Here's the guy I hit earlier to the southwest. Remember, we didn't forget about this guy. We didn't forget about this guy. Okay. Let's build. We can chill in here for a minute. Oh, he actually hit me. Let's build our way out. Heal up. Not building here is dangerous. He might die to storm. We need to keep an eye on the kill feed. We made a lot of noise. It's possible we're going to get pushed here. I don't know if he died to storm or not. No, he didn't. I see him. I fully see him. He was to the north. If you need to look through the blue, you can actually aim down sights really close to it. Here we go. Yep, just died to storm. Just died to storm. It's okay, which is absolutely okay. We can grab his loot, but we need to grab those bandies on the way out, right? Let's leave the nade launcher. Here's what I want to do. I want to grab these, grab this, come out. Zone ticks for a lot right now. Okay, next zone is pretty much in the middle here. Bandy up. Even though we didn't get the kill, it's all right. It's all right. We didn't need the kill. The kill is not necessary for us to win. We'll load our rockets in here. It sucks that he wasted some of our shield, but at least we got out of that fight alive. I hear a vending machine. Let's see what's going on. All right, so we get scoped AR, not really necessary. Nope, don't need any of this. The zone moves slow enough that we don't need to be worried too much right now. I would love to kill a guy and get a ton of rockets though, like 50 rockets. We need to kill some like ninja superstar. Get all of their rockets. I'm farming extra wood before we get out of the forest because as soon as we lose the cover of the forest, we're probably going to be in combat. Is my initial impression. Damn, I didn't see him. He landed a nice snipe. We need to assume this is a good player. I crouched right after my shot there to prevent him from hitting me. If he crouched too, he would have been fine. We're gonna push. Just took our time. That's all it was there. Make a full roof. We made a lot of noise. It's possible we're going to get pushed at this point. Let's reload everything before we leave. It's nice. We got some nades now. We got our shotties still. Still got our blue AR. Don't forget our minis on our way out. Grab his ood. But we don't even need his wood. Oh, it's weird. This is a weird bug. It doesn't auto pick up if you had passed over it once before. At this point, it's going to be a battle for the high ground. So everything's going to be focused around getting the high ground. We're going to really need to figure that out. Our first high ground we're going to encounter is just right here. Right in front of us, to the south. 5 other players left. One's in a giant base. That giant base is being held up by just one little block on the bottom. Don't know if you guys see that. Oh. Let's knock him down. He's shooting at us, so we'll build. Switch to wood so it builds faster. Alright, there's a guy to our east as well. Need to be careful about that. Make sure you close up your stuff here. I took a shot. I think I was dreaming with that shot. Okay, new priority is this guy. New priority is this guy. To the east. I think we might actually kill him if we knock this down. No! He actually made it out! Are you kidding me? Let's watch where he lands. Dang it. It was a good idea, though. It was a good idea. At least our logic is solid. We could still knock the previous broski out. I think he bailed. Yeah, I don't think he's in there anymore. Otherwise, he would have shot the new building that's over there. Took a wild shot. It maybe wasn't the smartest choice in the world. At this point, I think it's okay to push this guy. He seems distracted by the drop. We're gonna use our grenades to really put extra pressure. Pay attention to where they're bouncing. If they're not bouncing where they need to be, then you need to change that, right? Hit him once. Got him. Guided missile could be interesting. Late game, we really want to scar because scars allow us to pound through people's materials. Oh! Don't panic, just build up. Get the high ground. Focus on the high ground at this point. Just maintain the high ground. Like I said, we can't panic. Otherwise, when we panic, we're gonna lose. We don't need to freak out. All right, 1v1 at this point. He jumped. Oh no. I actually took way too much damage there. Let's see if we can find something to ease our pain. We do have a jump pad. Dang, I didn't know we were going to take that much damage. I messed up really bad. We should be okay. Let's make sure that we don't let this guy push our high ground, though. I turned as fast as I could. He is on the high ground, but all we need to do is just build. All we need to do is just build. He seems not the best. GG. And that is a fully commentated game for ZT Narc, who said he wanted a stream of consciousness game. Those are the crazy thoughts that are just rattling around in my head while I'm playing. GG, guys. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this game. As usual, if you like this content, please don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, make sure to stop by the stream. See you next time.